This is Gilbert Andrew Garcia of A Tip from Gilbert, talk, inspiration, and prayer. Listen to my show every Monday from 11 to 12 on KWWJ 1360 AM, KYOK 1140 AM, KCOH at 1230 KCOH.com, Sankeet Radio at 95.1 FM, 1460 AM, KNTH News Talk 1070 AM, The Answer, and Latino Sports, KEYH 850 AM. Call in at 832-570-8075 and follow me on social media. See you then. All right, Houston, Harris County, this is Gilbert Garcia with a tip from me. Talk, inspiration, and prayer. Thank you, studio audience. And I have my sidekick, not Ed McMahon, but Ruby Dang. Ruby, welcome.
Hi, Gilbert. Thanks for having me.
We have a guest who will be joining us in just a moment, but I want to make sure that we said a happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are out there, of which I am one. Your husband is one.
Yes.
And others. So happy Father's Day. What did you do for Father's Day? What did y'all do?
We didn't really do much. We were fortunate enough to have both babies in. Christopher, my oldest, 23, came in from New York. Of course,
that's like a 6'1", 230-pound baby, but that's okay. And all muscle too. But go ahead.
He came in from New York, and then my daughter came in from Austin. So we really just kind of had a laid-back Father's Day. He got to pick where he wanted to have dinner, and so we had a really nice dinner. And
what did he pick?
It was a Greek restaurant. It was really good. We, of course, ordered almost everything on the menu, and so we were all stuffed by the time we left. But it was wonderful. It was great, great conversation, great food, great environment. So we had a great time.
That's so awesome. And I think you said the word great like 8 times. That means it was great.
It was great.
That was great. Well, so first of all, we're going to talk a lot about the whole thing, of course, the soccer matches and everything. We talk a lot about it. But first, we are talk inspiration and prayer, and of course, the prayer is an element that's critical to the show. And I have a prayer that I think it was Miss Tamara Bell sent to me. Mm-hmm. And so, Miss Tamara, if you're out there, I'm going to read your prayer. And I always get one, of course, from Miss Georgia Provost, and I get one from a lot of other people send me prayers. So if you want to send me a prayer, and I'll try to read it on the air. I know Brother Chris sent me something. Brother Chris, we always enjoy you when you call in. And so I'm going to read this, and it says, "My baby forever." Okay, Father's Day prayer. Thinking of you on Father's Day and offering a prayer, thank God. Oops. I will start over. Oh, thinking of you on Father's Day and offering a prayer that God will keep you always in the shelter of his care. May he guide you in your daily work, bless everything you do, and grant you all those special joys that mean the most to you. Beautiful blessings and love forever. That is a Father's Day prayer from Miss Bell.
Oh, wonderful.
Tamara, thank you so much for that Father's Day prayer. And, of course, if any of you went to the game, please call in, especially any of you that rode the rail, because I've been concerned about all the negativity around the rail. And, of course, there's always the rail haters who I've been struggling with for 20 years and who, of course, ruined transit here in this community. Not ruined, but held it back decades. And you're learning, Ruby, that without mass transit, you couldn't do something like the FIFA World Cup.
That's right.
You couldn't do the NBA All-Star Game, the Super Bowl. You couldn't even have things like, the Texans. I mean, you had the Astros, the parades. You couldn't have any of that if people couldn't get there, or else, guess what? There would be cars everywhere. Yeah. I spoke to some leadership at Mpwo, and I'm going to get all the facts on it. They told me that on the opening game, 20,000 people rode the rail. Can you imagine? 20,000. So for all the haters out there that don't like Mpwo, oh, no, they're not ridership. Well, how are you going to do any of these things? At the end of the day, can you imagine if there were 20,000 people riding it, if the average person is, I'm making it up, 2 people a car, that would be 10,000 cars around the stadium. 10,000.
Yep.
So think about all the other cars that want to, go to the event. If there were 10,000 more cars, it'd be impossible.
Well, and you also have to consider parking.
Oh my God! Talk about parking because, and again, if anyone was on Mpwo, please call me if you can hear the sound with my voice. But at the end of the day, I was told that some parking was around $300 on the grounds. $300, and normally it's like 20 or 30 bucks. So I don't know where the city is or where the regulations are. I don't know all those things, but you know what? It seems like that should not be able to happen.
I know. I read some. I didn't attend the game, but I did. Of course, I'm reading up on it, and what a wonderful thing it was, and to highlight our city.
Yep.
And to hear all the great comments that folks from other countries have experienced here. But I did read about the parking, and I read that there were some that were up to $700.
Come on.
Is
that 7 as in 700?
700?
That cannot be.
And again, I didn't attend. It's just what I read, and they were talking about the different sizes of your car. So if you had a larger car, which of course we're in Texas, of course we all
everyone
have
has a
big
truck.
cars.
Everybody's got a truck.
So depending on the size of your car was the cost associated
Come
to
on.
parking. So again, this is just what I read. It just seems ridiculous. I didn't realize that was something that they could just, I mean, who associates or puts these prices in place?
Yeah. And who regulates them? The city should be doing
that. Was
You
crazy.
would think they would have known, but look, I'm not criticizing the mayor of the city because at the end of the day, this thing is like pandemonium. I get it, but at the end of the day, there should be a protocol for big events about parking and regulations on parking. Because if you let the free market go, well then some people are going to say it's pouring down rain. And I'm not going to get an Uber because the Uber's going to be, an hour, and I don't want to get wet, so I'm going to go ahead and park. And I'm desperate, and 700, 500, 400, all of a sudden you're talking real money. But okay, I'll just take it.
That's crazy.
And
I'm curious about the concessions. Were they?
No, well, I'm going to talk a lot about the game here in just a moment. But in general, it's unbelievable. I'm not done with Father's Day because the Garcias had Father's Day. One of my favorite restaurants, which is Eddie V's, and Atul. When can you hear me? You're out there in the universe. He's the manager. Man, does he treat everybody with respect. He's just so wonderful. Really makes you feel like you're the most important customer ever, and so he's just a gem. But continuing, we were there. Let's show that picture of me and my family. Of course, my daughter couldn't make it, my Juju. Andrew couldn't make it, but you can see there's Daniel Thomas. Look at Daniel. He's got a beard now, and it's all nice and groomed. And you can see Ben Garcia. He's got interviews for work here starting tomorrow. He had his wisdom teeth taken out today. They sent me a picture. Can I send a picture of the wisdom teeth? Because my wife sent it to me. Come on, only on a tip from Gilbert do you get this sort of treatment. I'm going to send you this picture. Let's see if he's if I can send it to you there, producer. But man, these are some massive teeth. Anyways, you can see my lovely wife, Dee Dee Garcia, and there we are at my house. You see the fish tank in the back. But this is what I want to show you, Houston, Harris County. I ordered a baked potato. And normally you think, well, a baked potato. I mean, surely a baked potato is not, intimidating.
Right.
Look at this baked potato. Show me that baked potato there, producer. Look at that baked potato. And it's not even the full, you don't get the full effect. If I had put it next to my head, it was bigger than my head. Look at the size of that baked potato. It must have been like a 8-pound baked potato.
Wow.
And that's without the butter, bacon, and cheese that I put in it. That is a baked potato. Now, that is definitely a baked potato right there.
Did you eat it all?
No, I couldn't because I had to save room for their banana Foster,
there you go.
which is so good. But no, and then I had, a little piece of steak there, and I had a salad. And at the end of the day, I had a food coma. I think I came home and I went to nap. But, it's incredible. So as we keep going, I'm going to see if I can send that those picture of my teeth there. So we're going to keep going here because I want to talk about the show. And my guest has just arrived. And Marcus, come on down. You're the next contestant on A Tip from Gilbert. Come on down, sir. again, Gilbert Garcia, welcome to the show. Put that on. I hope we're all going. We're already live on 6 stations all over Houston and Harris County. And what do you have to say to everybody right now about this World Cup?
Congo
Go.
is back. Congo is back.
Congo is back.
Yes.
And your Marcus, how do I say Mpwo?
Mpwo. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. But I can call you Marcus.
Marcus is good.
And you can call me Gilbert.
Okay.
Okay, but don't call me late for dinner, as they say. But Marcus, really, I mean, you've been working on this whole thing. And by the way, my guest has been a leader in the Congo community here in Houston for many years. He's educated here in the States, et cetera. He's very, very active, with his country and very, very active with the team. Tell us about how does it feel being from Congo and seeing your whole team here. And when I saw the picture, do we have that picture of them arriving? I want to show a short clip of them arriving.
Okay.
Because I just love it. They were I don't know if I can say this word, but they were the studs of the teams arriving. No, really, look at this. Look at this. Here they are.
Yes.
This is it, Houston, Harris County. Look at this team arriving.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I was there.
We're going to do it again. Hold on. It's coming back up. Hold on. Look at that.
Yes. I was there at that at Omni Hotel
Yep.
to welcome them, so that was exciting. And then this has been making the rounds all over the internet on just the fashion. It was just awesome.
I mean, look at that.
Yes.
I mean, they must have been so thrilled as players. And look at those. What do you call those sashes there?
Those are made based on the leopard. As you know, the team's name is Leopards.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's just a fashion statement. I'm not sure who came up with it, but I've seen multiple versions of it now on sale.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I want to buy one. Yeah. You got to tell me where. I mean, I got to buy one, and then I'm gonna like act real big, like
Right.
I'm a fan of Congo, the leopards, and then they have this really cool bag too.
Yes, that goes with it.
Well, tell me this: how many people, Congo citizens, do you call them Congolese or what do
Yes,
you?
Congolese.
Congolese.
Yes.
How many live here in Houston? And by the way, we have a lot of cameras. That's on TV. It's going to air Saturday.
Okay.
Then you got one directly on you there. That one
Okay.
across is on me, and there's one on both of us.
All right.
And I know we're rocking and rolling. But so we're going to be talking like this. But look at the camera when you want to make a point.
Sure.
But tell me this: so how many Congolese are there here in the city?
So we don't have an exact number, but estimates are anywhere between 6 to probably 10,000. They're all spread out. Most live in the southwest area, but as part of this events, the World Cup, we found people coming out of the woodworks from the north, from
Yes.
Woodlands, from everywhere,
How
saying they're
wonderful.
Congolese. So yeah,
How
we're
won-
everywhere in Houston.
How wonderful.
Yes.
And so tell me, is this the first time or when was the last time the country had representation in the World Cup?
So the
As a
last
team?
yes, as a team, the last time was in 1974, and I'm not gonna say whether I was alive or not.
You know what that
Right.
means, Houston, Harris County, but that's okay. I understand. I feel you.
So,
I feel you.
but that was actually a colossal failure on our part because we were down and out. All 3 matches we lost. We did not score any single point. So this time we made a difference. We've already scored 1 point. So the score that you guys saw against Portugal by Wissa, that was our first score ever in the World Cup.
Wow.
Yes.
And did we tie them?
Yes, we tied them. It was awesome because, of course, I don't know if you guys saw the game. Portugal scored within the first 6 minutes. I was there, stunned, and we thought, okay, here
it goes again.
Here we go again.
1974.
It's a repeat of the worst defeat that time was against Yugoslavia, 9-0.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
thought this cannot be. Of course, right at about the halfway at the halftime, right before the halftime, we equalized it, and it stayed 1-1 throughout the whole game. So that was awesome.
And you know what?
Yes.
And that's, of course, Portugal. That's the great Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's the great
Yes.
Ronaldo. I bet you there must have been 1 billion people watching that match around the world.
So-
because wherever he plays, he and Messi is going to get everyone.
Yes.
So Congo was on the world stage without a doubt.
Congo was on the world stage, but if you look at the stadium even, most of the jerseys were red. It was red everywhere.
Yep.
It's either number 7, Ronaldo, some version of it. Congo, our jersey is blue, the home jersey. So there was one single spot, I think, of Congo.
And that
But
was you.
That was
That
me.
was you.
And but we made enough noise. I actually lost my voice that day because I just screaming and yelling and all of that. We were just so excited. The party went on. We met at the GHS Event Center afterwards. President of Congo was there.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
How wonderful.
Yes.
Well, I went to the game with Sweden versus the Netherlands just recently, and they had the king and queen of the Netherlands there.
Mm-hmm.
They're right above me, right in the center.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right there above me.
Oh, wow.
And they were there doing the king wave and the princess wave or the queen, and it was fantastic. And I don't know did I send you any of those pictures that I sent? I'm going to send you a couple of pictures real quick, producer, of things you just see at the stadium. But going back for a second, so is the whole country excited? I mean, the whole country must be going crazy.
The whole country's excited. The whole community in the diaspora, we're all excited. And like I said, Congo is making a showing for itself. Our next match will be tomorrow against Uzbekistan in Mexico. Sorry, against Colombia in Mexico, in Guadalajara. That's probably our next toughest game.
Yeah.
But the people are already moving. I'm not gonna go, but a lot of fans from Houston are going, and some are already there in Mexico. But we're all behind them. The next big game after that, of course, will be in Atlanta, and that's the one against Uzbekistan. In the group, I think they're expected to be the weakest team. Uzbekistan is, so we're hoping for a win there. And
Wow.
then at the very least, a tie against Colombia is an awesome team. So
Yes.
I'm not gonna talk down against them. But we're gonna come out. The team's gonna come out. A lot of those players are pumped. They're ready. They're ready to go.
Well, Colombia is one of those teams that's just a perennial champion almost. So they're just
Right.
always good. They're always
Right.
good. Well, let me ask you this. So there you go. There you go. Colombia must be in the house.
Right.
They must be in this house.
I'm glad I didn't say anything negative.
Yeah,
I think.
I understand. You did the right thing.
Right.
But going back for a second, what's interesting, do you know any of the players or do you know the coach? Have you got a chance to meet some of them?
So I went to their practice. There was one of the practices was open to the public. We were able to take pictures and all
Oh,
of that,
wonderful.
but not really one-on-one.
Yep.
It was more of a group picture, that kind of thing. But it was just awesome. The coach is doing an exceptional job because everybody's always second guessing. Why didn't he pick this or that player? But I think he's just doing awesome. And just to even get here, how we got here, we had to beat two of the big soccer giants in Africa, and that's Nigeria and Cameroon. And to beat those two already, then of course we had the international match against Jamaica, in Mexico, and we won that in extended time.
Wow.
So it's not been an easy
Right.
road, but we're still there. We're still there.
So Congo
We're awesome.
has earned it.
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
Well, every team that's there has earned it.
Every team
you
has
gotta
earned
be
it,
you got to
yes.
be good.
Oh, yes.
Or you wouldn't be in the World Cup.
Oh yes, that's
you wouldn't
correct.
be good. I mean,
That's correct.
you wouldn't be there if you weren't good.
Yes.
I think we may have a caller there. We'll just see in a second here. But
Mary.
excuse me.
Mary.
Mary, we have a caller, real quick. Mary, so hold on, Marcus. Mary, are you there?
Yes, this is Mary. Hi, Gilbert.
Mary, what do you got? You got me, Gilbert Garcia, with a tip from me, with Mr. Marcus, who's here representing the Congolese, the leopards.
Yes,
the
the
leopards.
leopards.
What do you got for us?
I just want to share my experience. I went to go see the Netherlands versus Sweden game this past Saturday here at the Houston Stadium, and it was so much fun. It was flooded with orange shirts all
Yes.
over. They had such great spirits on both sides. It was a great match. I loved it. Every single goal was celebrated so well.
Well, let me
But I
ask you
just
this:
wanna say-
how did you get there? Did you drive? Did you take the mass trains? How did you get there?
Yeah, so I saw that parking started at $300. Some of
Wow.
my friends were saying they were $700.
No, wait,
Oh,
let me
my
ask you
It
goodness.
this.
was just
$300, like,
mind blowing.
I mean, you're blowing my mind right now. So let me ask you this: like, where was the parking? If you're going to pay $300, it should be like at the front door.
Right.
You know what I mean? I
Right.
mean, where was this $300 parking? Is it
You
like?
would think so. You would think so, but it was in just the lots scattered throughout the stadium.
Wow.
So the $700 ones must have been the ones that are up there, but I don't have $700 to
Yeah, well-
give on top of the tickets already being so expensive. So I ended up taking the Metro since it was a lot more convenient for me and faster. But on the way back, there were so many people. We actually had a full house. I think they said we had 68,000 people in that stadium.
Oh, wow.
So getting 68,000 people to leave the stadium was so crazy. I'm just hoping FIFA can organize it a little bit better, but I do still support taking the Metro Rail. It did get me there
Yes.
pretty quick.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. I was at the game also, and I left, and I lived nearby the stadium. And so I kind of know some of the back ways to get there without going on Kirby and all those things around to kind of, not quite go through the neighborhood, but some of the secondary big streets. And we left, a game was at 12. We left around 10. And I mean, we got there, it was like 10:10. And there was like, in my view, it was very calm. It was very organized. Everyone was, doing great. All the stories I heard about, all this craziness, it wasn't bad. And we were able to get in. We were in the stadium by, I don't know, maybe 10:30. And we were able to walk around and do things. And then because we had certain tickets, we were able to get a hospitality suite, and this and that, which is not a suite, but just an area that we could have, free food. And I did get this as a gift. And so I'm going to open this
wow.
up right now because I was going to open it live here on the show because I didn't want to, I don't know what's in here. So, and of course, when you try to do this live, you're not prepared. I can't even figure out how to open this thing. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I think I got it. So I'm going to open this real quick. Marcus, do you know what it is?
Have no idea. I didn't get lucky enough to get that gift.
Well, it is a FIFA miniature fall soccer
Oh my goodness!
ball.
Nice.
Yeah, look
Awesome.
at that. Look at that. And I got some sort of lanyard thing with an official
Wow.
FIFA thing here.
Yes.
And so this is my gift for, buying my ticket, and it's super cool. And continuing, so I was able to get in. It was very easy. And it was a little difficult for me to get out also. But I think, Mary, the reason for getting out was so difficult, I think it was because of the weather. I'm not trying to get an excuse for FIFA, but at the end of the day, I think the weather had something to do with it because when I got out, it was already deemed shelter in place.
Oh wow.
Yeah. By the time we went through the merch line and got a couple T-shirts, it was already shelter in place. And so by the time we came out, it was already raining. And so it took a little while to get an Uber. We walked down the street, and my wife had strategically bought a little bitty poncho that was like this big, and it opens up to covered me. So I was dry. She had a little umbrella that she took with her, and we were able to do all the things that we needed to do. But I think it was about the weather. What do you think there, Mary?
I think that definitely played a big part of it. We did get put in shelter in place for, I want to say, maybe 20 to 30 minutes, which I can understand. There was lightning and everything, but it was just, there were so many people to begin with. I wish it didn't rain. And they could have
Well,
gotten
I
there
think that's
faster.
right. But, for all the people, again, who are out there bashing Metro all the time, and you know all those people, I don't even need to give them their names anymore. But at the end of the day, imagine if you had all those people, because I'm sure you were packed trying to get on the train back. If they were driving, if they were driving, you'd have thousands of more cars on the streets, especially 610, Kirby, Fannin, all those streets. It would have been chaos. Now, I want to show you, Mary, were you at the game also?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, Marcus, I'm going to show you all a picture of things seen at the game. So, if you have those, producer, I sent you two pictures. Things seen at the game. I just have two pictures I'm going to show here. Houston, Harris County. So, here's one. I took a picture with a Viking. So that's a Viking
Nice.
on his horse
Nice.
that was there because, Sweden, I guess they're, descendants of Vikings.
Right.
So that's a Viking. And he was kind enough to let me take a picture of him on his horse. How it got in there, I don't know. And then I just saw a bunch of wild people from the Netherlands. There they are. Look at that
Oh, wow.
crowd.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they almost look like a Netherlands pop group or something. And you can see my lovely wife on the side there, and there's somebody photobombing me on the top. But they're all the ones with the orange hair. And so you see all types. And that's the beautiful thing about the World Cup. Is everyone is just there to have fun. I'm going to give you the last word there, Mary. Anything else you want to share?
No, I just wanted to say I had so much fun. And for whoever's watching the next couple of games, I hope you guys have a blast. And make sure to get there early so you can see all of the events that happened before.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mary, for calling. So, Marcus, I'm going to come back to you for a second, which is, how many people, just talk about the country a little bit. Now, the country was called Zaire, right?
Yes.
Before?
Yes.
Okay. So when people talk about Congo, it was Zaire before.
Right.
And remember wasn't there the big Muhammad Ali fight in Zaire?
Yes.
That had to have been an incredible time.
That was awesome. Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. And
Was it Joe Frazier?
No, George Foreman.
George Foreman. Okay,
Yes.
excuse me.
Yes, and he got knocked out in the 8th round. That was the punch that went across the world because that made essentially put Zaire on the map. And then of course we went back to Congo. It used to be Congo before. Went back to Congo again. Now we're looking to get back on the map with the national soccer team.
You're going to be there. I know it. You already are. So let me ask you, what's the population of Congo?
It's over 100,000. We land-wise are the second largest in Africa after Algeria. Population-wise, we're further down after Nigeria is the most populated in Africa.
What's their population? Do you know?
It's over 200, I believe, 200 million. Did I say thousand?
You did.
Millions.
You meant million.
Millions,
So
yes.
Congo is 200 million people.
Yes.
So think about
Congo's
it.
100 million.
I'm sorry, 100 million. Excuse
Yes.
me. So think about it in this way, Houston, Harris County. The United States is about 330 million.
Yes.
So it's about a third the size.
Yes.
In population.
In population and land-wise, we are 3 times the size of Texas. Texas is huge, so it's if you divided U.S. in almost 3 equal parts, we're like one third of that.
Almost 1/3 of the United States.
Yes,
Wow.
it's huge. It's huge.
That is huge.
Yes.
And what are some of the main things in Congo? What are some of the main exports, or what are y'all known for?
So we're known for minerals, mostly gold, manganese, zinc, coltan, which everybody has in their cell phone or flat screen TV. A lot of that comes from Congo. We have all the minerals you can find in the world: gold, silver, diamond. We have all of that. Of course, we have petroleum as well. We also have a lot of agricultural products. We make flowers of all kinds. Fufu, for example, that's from the cassava roots. We eat the cassava roots. We eat the leaves from the cassava. Fishing is big because we're surrounded by water. We're in a tropical area. We have the Atlantic Ocean. We have lots of rivers that lead into the ocean, lots of lakes, ponds, and so forth. So fishing is a big industry as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you could, Mr. Producer, let's just take a look at where it is on the map. I think people just need to see it. How excited. Now, when did you come to the States?
I came in the very late, almost early 80s. I came in the 80s, and then I went to finish my high school here in Kansas, and went to college in Kansas as well. And then after that, I moved to Houston to start working in the healthcare. I work in a lab.
So you've been here now for quite some time.
Yes.
And
a long
you
time.
work in a lab. What are you studying, or what are you looking at?
I studied
researching?
I studied microbiology, so looking at bugs that can hurt us. So when they talk about the Ebola, for example, that's kind of up my alley, so to speak, which is the outbreak that we have currently in just one small portion of the Congo. It's limited to the northeast part, which is very rural It's not populated anywhere like the capitals or the big cities in Congo. So for the most part, the authorities have done a great job containing that. But yeah, my background is microbiology.
Well, let me ask you this, not to get pivot, but just it's very interesting to me. Ebola, how is that transferred?
So typically it's through contact with bodily fluids. It could be saliva, it could be sweat, it could be any bodily fluid of an infected person. If you come in contact with it, then you become exposed. It's a little less infectious compared to, let's say, flu, which typically you can get from just breathing
Right.
or droplets in the
less.
air.
It's
less compared to that. You almost have to be next to or having come in contact with fluid, bodily fluid, left over, say, on a table, some area on a bed even, by an infected person. But it is more deadly than flu, obviously. So, and then the strain that they have right now in Congo is unique in that there's really no treatment for it. There's no vaccine for it. So they basically just give supportive therapy to the patients and see if they can get over the infection.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go back to soccer.
Yes,
so,
sir. It's much better.
Yeah, I understand. But it's fascinating.
Yes,
it's fascinating.
it is.
And going back to soccer, where does the Congo team practice? Are they headquartered here in Houston?
Yes, this is their base camp, so to speak. So they'll go to Mexico, for example, tomorrow to play. They should already be there. And then they'll come back to Houston. Then they'll go to Atlanta this coming Saturday to play, and they'll come back here. They train over at SaberCats Stadium. So that's where when we try to gain access to their practice or whatever, that's where we head out to.
And where is that? What city? Where is that again?
That's off of 288 going towards Pearland.
Yep.
And it's really an awesome field. I didn't expect the grass is like somebody was actually looking at each individual strand.
So it's perfect.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
I play a little soccer myself. Even today, I still play soccer. I do pickup games, or basically we just come together and divide up teams, skins and shirts, and that kind of thing. But I've never seen a field that good. We play on less than optimal fields, So, but that was like, whoa! I just didn't expect that.
Now the SaberCats, what do they? Excuse my ignorance there. I don't remember. What do they play there? What is that? What team is that?
That's the local teams here, both male and female teams. The Dynamos, I think, play on the SaberCats field, and then the Lady Dash,
Yep.
the soccer team, plays just on the other side of the street. They have two separate.
But the SaberCats, what is that? A soccer team?
I'm not
No,
sure what they are. They may be a less.
Let's look at that. Who are the SaberCats? I don't recall. Oh, it's rugby.
It's rugby. Okay, that makes
then
sense.
I know
That
where that
makes
field
sense,
is.
yes.
Yeah, it's on 288 South. Maybe by Pearland or
Yeah,
so.
someone told me they played rugby there before. It's actually a Congolese lady from Congo who played rugby in college, and that was where she played. So I guess that is named after the rugby team.
Very, very interesting. We have another caller here. Is there a Christopher there? Christopher, are you there?
There. I'm here.
Christopher, you got Gilbert Garcia, of a tip from Gilbert, and I've got my guest here, Marcus, who is a leader of the Congo community, and we are all Congo here about and excitement about the World Cup and their being involved for the first time since 1974. What do you got for us?
So I was gonna wonder. So for the people coming into Houston for the World Cup, what are the food recommendations you guys have?
What are the food recommend? What do you recommend?
So if you're looking at international dishes, let's say if I'm not gonna say McDonald's or anything like that, right? So go with Congolese food or just African food in general. If you want to be exotic, try something new. I know a couple of restaurants. There is one called Finger Licking off of Bissonnette and 59 Southwest Freeway. They serve African food there. It's really delicious. There is a another one called wazobia. They have actually two of those. That's typically Nigerian food, but it's similar to Congolese as well. So you'll see things like fufu, which is staple food almost throughout all of Africa. Think of it like a thick mashed potato. You can actually cut it with your hands, and it serves as our bread. And then you eat that along with either fish, meat, vegetables, and they're mostly cooked in a kind of a stewy dish. So there's sauce, there's tomatoes, and fish is typically fried, and then they add it to the stew. It's really delicious. Try it, and then you'll go back richer, knowing you've tasted African food, and now you know what those Congolese players are eating that makes them run so fast, right?
And it makes them tall, big, and strong, and handsome, and all those things. Well, Christopher, for me, first of all, if you want carne guisada, you got to go to Taqueria Laredo. Laredo Taqueria Laredo, I go both ways. At the end of the day, it is great. So if you want the best carne guisada, if you're from out of town and you're here for the World Cup, you got to get Mexican food, of course. And Laredo Taqueria is where to go. There's a couple of them around town, and so I highly recommend it. My favorite Indian place is called Khyber. It's right there on, oh my goodness, it's right by Kirby and kind of Richmond, but I love it. Yeah, Taqueria Laredo Taqueria. It's on 6904 Irvington Boulevard. And of course, I love Frenchie's Fried Chicken. And I really want them on my air one time, but Frenchie's, come on my show. At the end of the day, they have great, great food. And of course, I also love the Breakfast Club. Man, the Davis family, the Breakfast Club, they have great, great food. And you know how you know? Because that line starts early in the morning. It goes all away around the restaurant. It goes all the way almost like down the street. It's unbelievable. Of course it's good food. That's how you know if it's good food. I'm trying to think of some other things that I really, really like. But at the end of the day, if you're going to want really good international food, you got to have Truth Barbecue. Now, that's international because, of course, we feel like Texas is an international country of its own because we're so grand. But Truth Barbecue is delicious. And you got to have barbecue if you're going to be here in Houston, Texas. So hopefully, Christopher, we gave you a couple of good ideas. How about you? Are you a native Houstonian or no?
I am a native Houstonian.
What do you like? Give a plug for whatever you go to.
My favorite spot, I'm over by Pearland. I would say my favorite spot is this soul food place called Soul Good. It's really good soul food.
Tell us about
really
that.
cost-effective.
Where is that?
So it's on Broadway Street. If you're on the old side of Pearland, it's just this really long street, and soul food, it's pretty much like a Southern Chipotle. To the people who know what Chipotle is. It's pretty much a Southern Chipotle. You get a few sides, and then you get two proteins. And then you can pick your sides like that. You get 3 sides, 2 proteins, and then it's one of my favorites.
Very, very good. I so love you sharing that. And by the way, my wife must be listening because just saw that she just said, go back to Didi Garcia. Let's see, where was that? Welcome to Texas, Congo. That's from my wife. Look at that. And honey, by the way, I showed the picture of us having dinner, Father's Day, and I showed the biggest baked potato that was bigger than my head. Let's say that baked potato again so my wife can see it. Look at that baked potato.
Nice.
And that's like not even scaled because if I put it next to my head, it'd be bigger than my head. And of course, my wife is busy because she took my son, Benjamin, to get his wisdom teeth pulled. And I know this is going to be kind of scary, but do you have a picture of that, Mr. Producer? And this is, for mature audiences only. You know all the things they say when you have an R-rated movie. So this is for mature audiences only. So let's just see what this picture looks like. There it is. That is a mother.
Nice.
Those are the wisdom teeth of
my goodness.
Those are the wisdom teeth of my son. Man, those are massive.
That's nice.
No wonder he, was just. I don't know, but at the end of the day, well, I better remove that before I start getting complaints. So those are the wisdom teeth. Oh my God, let's let those go. But Christopher, thank you for calling in, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. So going back you know, we're having a lot of fun here because we're going through soccer and all that. The thing about the World Cup, it just brings countries together. And I know that Korea and Mexico have an incredible relationship because of what happened in soccer a while back. I don't know if we have the story of all that, but at the end of the day, now those two countries are just so close and they get along great. So, of course, they had their match and they were so respectful of each other. It's just incredible. And so amen and touche to them and everything. So let me go back for a second, Marcus. So, you know, you're here. You're enjoying all the World Cup. Congo's on the map. And what other African teams are now in the World Cup right now?
So altogether, this is actually the most number of.
We're getting a little bit of
African
feedback
teams.
there, producer. Go ahead, keep going.
We have the most African teams this time around. There are 10 of them. If I start
10?
If I start naming them, I'm sure I'm going to forget one.
But there's 10 teams?
But there are 10 teams, yes.
Wow.
And I know Tunisia did not do quite as well. I think they lost to I forget now, but they lost like 5-0, something like that. I watched parts of that game. But for the most part, the teams have done really well. They've either tied like Cape Verde, or they've outright won games. I know Morocco won their game too recently. So they're doing really well. I think when Congo made its debut back in 1974, one of the argument was that maybe African teams weren't ready for that level of competition because we did so poorly at that time. But I think their showing has gotten progressively better, starting with Cameroon a few years back where they went to the quarterfinals. And of course, Ghana, another cup later, got to almost the semifinal. But for the last penalty that they missed against Uruguay. But I think they've done really well. Most of the teams have done really good. A good job.
Well, of course, Cape Verde, they're like, you know, superstars.
They're
now.
the darling of everything right now. Yeah.
And by the way, producer, I have that clip. If you can print it, the one about the goalie, if you can tee that up for me. Cape Verde, of course, they're the ones that played Spain, right?
Yes.
And Spain is a powerhouse of all powerhouses.
Spain is a powerhouse, yes.
And of course, they tied. Was it 0-0 or 1-1, or what was it again?
I believe it was 1-1.
1-1.
Yes.
At the end of the day, their goalie had like 7 or 8 incredible saves.
Yes.
And so he's 40 years old, and he went from being, 30,000 or something like that followers on his social media to right now he's at 13.8 million.
Whoa.
He is now the darling of the entire tournament.
Yes,
And you
yes.
thought it was Messi. But no, it's Cape Verde. It's
Cape
Africa.
Verde. Yes,
Let's
yes.
see if we have that on there, Mr. Producer. We're going to get that up there. I have a little clip that I'm going to put on social media about it because I just think it's so amazing. And maybe I have to put the one of the Congo team coming in because they just look like such amazing people. Oh, we have an Abby here. Let's get Abby here in just 1 second. If you can find that email for me there, Mr. Producer. Abby, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Abby, you got me, a tip from me with my guest Marcus, who, of course, is part of the Congo community and has been very amped up about the Congo soccer team, which is in the World Cup, the first time since 1974.
Yes.
But what do you got for us? Did you go to the game?
I did not, but hey, Marcus, I have a question
Oh,
for you.
go.
Yes,
So I
please.
saw y'all had an event of sports and cultural tourism of the DRC at the GSH Event Center. Can you
Yes.
tell me how that went and if you're having another event?
So yes, the event went really well. It was beyond our expectations. So initially, what we were trying to do is the way that our organization actually came even into being was we wanted to get tickets to go to the game because the game itself versus Portugal, because of Ronaldo, was so expensive. It was $1,000+ for the ticket. So we tried to get tickets, and for those who couldn't get tickets, then we wanted to have a fan zone other than the FIFA fan zone, which is the GHS event center.
And what does GHF stand for those of us who don't
I'm
know?
not even sure. I know
Okay.
it's just an event hall that can contain up to they told us between 2,000 to 3,000. It just depends on how you arrange the chairs.
Is it by the Dynamo Stadium?
No, it's over on West Belfort,
Belfort.
and
Okay.
and Beltway 8.
Okay, I didn't mean to
Kinda
cut you off.
close.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Kind of close to Southwest Freeway. And part of the reason we picked that is to go from there to the stadium is only 15 minutes, right? With Houston traffic notwithstanding, right? But the event itself was so nice. The first day, we almost had a full house. The second day, for sure, there was a full house. And the third day, there were people waiting outside to get in. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, the president of Congo was there in attendance as well.
Wow.
And there was food. There were Congolese businesses that were serving food. You know, you could go there, buy different types of foods. There were business expo, people that were showcasing what they offer for service, you know, what their business is all about. There was a fashion show. There were speakers, people trying to get folks here to invest in the Congo, into mining or road constructions, different types of businesses. So it was really awesome. I walked in there thinking, wow, I actually had a small part to do with this. Our group here was involved in selecting that hall specifically because we knew most people in our community live around that area, so we wanted it to be accessible to most of them. Plus, we had buses going from there to the stadium and back to the hall, so fans could just go park their cars there and not have to deal with. One of the callers earlier said there was like a $700 to $800 for parking, so they didn't have to deal with that. But it was awesome.
Wonderful. It sounds like a blast.
Yes.
It sounds like a blast. So, Abby, where did you hear about all this? Did you read about it?
Yeah, I saw a flyer online, but I just really wanted to hear about how it went, and I'm so happy it went well. Can I hear a little more about that fashion show?
There we go. There you go. She gets right to the point.
Are you into fashion?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you should have come out because at one point there was a notice looking out for models. So they had the outfits already for them, mostly T-shirts that had logos of Congo, just different design. And people were just wearing them, and they had different sizes so you didn't have to be a professional model, just someone who's and these are mostly females, 5'5" or taller, and be confident enough to walk on stage while you're wearing those outfits.
Wow.
So it was awesome. And I know the details only because my niece was actually the one driving that. She does fashion design, and she has her own line of clothing out of Washington, D.C. Her name is Fanny, and the business is Fanny's House. In case you Google it, you'll see it.
You know what? Let's see if we can put that, if you can, Mr. Producer. I know we got the clip, but see if you can find Fanny's, is it Fanny?
Yes.
House, with like apostrophe S, house?
Yes.
Let's see if we can find that. I want to see kind of what that clothes is like, and we'll kind of show it to you there too as well, Abby. Well, great. Abby, what else you got? Anything else you got?
Well, that sounds amazing, and I'm so sad I missed out. I had no clue.
Oh, it was awesome. Everybody who came out just we were beyond words because it was just bigger than any of us had ever expected it to be. There were more people there. Of course, there's a big Congolese community in Dallas. And then we have neighboring San Antonio, Austin. There's some there as well. All of those people came out. And we had people coming from as far as Washington, D.C., New York. They came, some drove, others flew. It was just awesome. And when the president got here, word from the organizers is that he was so happy with the turnout that they're going to have the same, essentially duplicate what we did here in Mexico and in Atlanta, the next matches. So they'll have a fan zone, they'll have similar types of events going on in within the fan zone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow. Well, Abby, thank you for bringing that up. That's a great thing. We're now showing some of the Fanny's House collection.
Yes, that's the one.
Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. Whatever that is, it looks beautiful.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, and that's her.
That's her.
Yes.
But look at that. She's ready to be on the runway herself. Let's go back to some of those dresses.
Cool.
Say it again there, Abby.
That is so cool.
Yeah, can you see it? Fanny said, oh, wow,
Yes.
look at that. Look at those beautiful colors. Wow.
These are all she designs and makes them herself.
She makes them?
She makes them, and then, of course, going with the sizes of the models, she'll make it for each model, and they'll do the runway and so forth. She's done shows she lives out of Washington, D.C., but she's done shows in New York and other places as well.
Wow.
Yes.
That looks super great. Look at those beautiful, beautiful colors. Very good. Well, Abby, you got anything else for us?
I don't think so, but thank you for your time and thank you for telling me about this event.
Thank you for calling in there, Abby. Thank you. She's calling in for a tip from Gilbert. Thank you, Abby. And that email address was what? I mean, what was that website again? Fanny'sHouse.com? Mr. Producer, was it Fanny'sHouse.com?
No, it's on Facebook.
Oh, it's on Facebook.
Fanny's House Collection.
It's Fanny's
Yes.
House. It's on Facebook. She's
Yes.
got a lot of followers, etc. Very good, guys. Go look at it. Oh, look at that.
It's nice.
How beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful headdress there. Let's do that clip real quick on the Cape Verde, the goalie there. And by the way, this is a quick plug because my mother sent me for my Father's Day gift this shirt which says, hold on, live on air, Gilbert. So she sent me this. So, Mom, if you can see this, I love you, Mother. Thank you for giving me life. But thank you for the shirt as well. Let's see that quick clip there if we can.
One of the most incredible stories of this World Cup isn't Messi, Ronaldo, or Mpwo. It belongs to Cape Verde's goalkeeper, Bozina. Before playing Spain, the 40-year-old goalkeeper had 50,000 followers on Instagram. Then he made 7 spectacular saves and helped the team earn a shocking 0-0 draw against the powerhouse Spain. What happened next was unbelievable. Within hours, his Instagram exploded from 50,000 followers to now more than 13.8 million. That's more followers than the entire country. Bozina became an overnight global superstar. One game, 7 saves, millions of new followers and fans around the world. That's the magic of the 2026 World Cup. One moment can change your life forever. This is Gilbert Garcia, a tip from Gilbert, reporting from Houston. Goal!
And by the way, that goal, that was me. And by the way, that's not like overdubbed and all like they could do the studio. That was me with one breath.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to be. What's the name of the guy who does it again?
Cantor, yes.
Cantor. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying to be like him, but of course he's the king.
He's the king,
So there's
yeah.
no way I can be like him. But I want to be him. You know, I need to get him side by side, and we
Right.
need to have a contest.
Contest.
Yes, but one thing I'm going to start really pushing some things out there, Houston, Harris County, and all you got to do is you go to the links. I'm going to be putting out some stuff. I'm making a pun on. There's a psychic from Colombia who said that aliens are going to be coming on late June here in about a week. Going to be coming to a major sporting event in Miami, which has to be code for the World Cup. So aliens are going to come and take 700 people. So I'm on the hunt for those aliens. And I'm going to play one of my clips that you're going to be seeing on social media real quick. If you like it, follow me, like it, all those sorts of things. And if you do that, you'll be entered into a giveaway for some Dynamo tickets that I have season tickets right on the 50-yard line with free food and everything at the club. See if you can put that on there, Mr. Producer. Yeah, here we go. This is the psychic, and she's got millions of viewers and things, right? So she's a big deal, and she apparently has had a lot of good calls in the past. but this one is very
Brazilian psychic Vova Bahiana is going viral after claiming that a UFO mothership will appear over a major sporting event in Miami on June 24 and take 700 people away.
Now that's me.
Planet Earth, this is Gilbert Garcia, the typical Gilbert. I'm here in Atlanta. I heard that aliens are coming to disrupt the World Cup. I'm making sure there are no aliens. Wait! Just making sure they're not in Atlanta.
So I have my own hat. It says "Make Aliens Great Again." And so, I'm just having a little fun with it all. But at the end of the day, you're going to see me post some of those things throughout social media as I'm searching for the aliens to make sure that we'll be safe. But continuing real quick, so coming back, how did you get involved with, the whole microbiology and all that? What did your parents, were they scientists or something, or how?
Excuse me. So going through school, I finished high school, went into college. Now I'm gonna say how I ended up, which is weird. So I started out on pre-med. I wanted to become a doctor, and then I discovered partying from pledging in a fraternity.
You discovered partying.
My second year didn't go as well, and I started figuring out by my junior year, I need to stop the partying and get back to normal. And at that point, I was interested in research. And so one of the professors talked to me into getting like an assistantship. So I thought, sure. In college, you look for any way to pay for your tuition, right?
I've been there.
So I after I finished, I was able to get a teaching assistantship to be able to teach lower grades, like beginning micro 101, as they say, right? So I did that, and while I was doing it, then I got a master's in microbiology.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I hear you about your story, because there I am. Let's put that up on the screen there. That's me with my alien friend. You see, they're not all scary. Make aliens great again.
So you did find some aliens.
So that's right. Make aliens great again. So let's leave that picture up there for a minute. When I went to college, I went to Yale, and when I was at Yale, my parents, who did not go to college, so I'm first generation. Oh. And they wanted me to be a doctor, because that's all they knew, right? Be a doctor. But I get sick of the sight of blood.
Right.
So I discovered that. So being a doctor was out for me.
Okay.
So then the only other profession they knew was to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Because they just figured a doctor, lawyer, that's a great way to have success, et cetera. But I don't like to read or write. And so I was lost in the halls of Yale University till I got an internship on Wall Street, and like your internship or your thing influenced you, it influenced me.
Yes.
And I worked on Wall Street at Salomon Brothers, the prince of capitalism, and I saw the trading floor from all those, from the gallery, and I saw all those young people screaming and hollering, and ticker tapes going and things on the floor, and I said, you know what, I got to be one of those guys.
Yes.
And I've been one ever since.
Nice.
So going back, you know what? It's hard to believe this. There was a show called Carol Burnett.
Yes.
And at the end, she would say, I'm so glad we had this time together, and it's time to say so long. It's already been an hour.
Whoa.
Can you believe
Amazing.
it?
Amazing.
We've been on the air an hour, me and you.
Yes. Oh, wow.
And
nice.
you've been on 6 stations throughout Houston, Harris County, and you're going to be on about 6 TV stations Saturday as we rebroadcast this. And that's why that's the TV and that's your camera. You've got about 1 minute and a half. Why don't you look right in the camera, tell Houston and Harris County anything you want to about your wonderful country, your wonderful soccer team, and your incredible work, learning about all these sorts of diseases and other things and benefits, both, on this positive and negative, but about bugs and what they contribute to the ecological system.
So if you see a Congolese, Houston, they don't have Ebola. The Ebola is way over there. It's not here. You have less chances of getting Ebola from a Congolese here in Houston than you have anything else. Like it's lightning striking in the same place twice. But I'll leave you with some tidbit of information about Congo that's really unique. We have the only river, the Congo River, that dumps into the ocean the same amount of water throughout the year. No other river, not the Amazon, not the Mississippi, does that, because the country is divided into two equal halves by the equator, and the Congolese River has tributaries like the small rivers that dump into the bigger river from both sides of the equator. So that's a tidbit from Congo, the only river in the world. Wow. And you learned that from a sports show, right?
That's incredible. That's incredible. So Houston, Harris County, this is Gilbert Garcia with a tip from Gilbert saying, we'll see you next time. Be on the lookout. Let me know if you see any aliens out there. I want to let everybody know. Let's root for Congo because, man, this is it. This is the dream. And we'll see you next time. All right, Houston, Harris County, this is Gilbert Garcia of A Tip from Gilbert, Talk, Inspiration, and Prayer.
Watch and hear my show on YouTube, Facebook, RSS, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify.
And follow me on social media. See you then.